Welcome to the Fairly Relatable podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay.
Hey, welcome back.
Hi, I feel like I've been seeing you. It's been a little over a week.
I know, too long. I want to know what's up with you.
Yeah, let's catch up. So
what you been up to?
Catch up. Well, I was out of town because we were in San Diego. First, it was a dance competition, and then we went straight to a soccer tournament. So 8 days in a hotel room with my husband and my kids.
Wow.
And I want a vacation from my vacation,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a situation. But it was good. I mean, doing what they love. We could have gone to Hawaii.
Like for the money or for the...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dance competitions are so expensive.
Yeah. And all the hotel rooms.
Right. And the food and...
having to eat almost every single meal out.
Yep.
And then the hotels and
my gosh.
It adds up.
It does. And then the competition fees, like the entry fees, the costume fees. Both of our girls are dance. Dance.
You know, too. I didn't even add that part in. Yeah, we could have gone to Hawaii for a few weeks.
Damn.
But we're back.
Yeah.
And I don't think you realize how much it weighs on you to be in one room with your entire family for 8 days and literally never get alone time, never get to have like a private conversation. We came back tired for sure.
And there's people that do that, there's people that live like that.
I know. They're probably not thriving.
Probably not.
It's really hard.
The mental health
is really
not thriving.
Yes.
No,
you're just drained.
Right. Well, like you were saying, you and Ben, your husband, were trying to talk, like have conversations, and it's next to impossible.
Can't do it.
Especially all being in the same room. I can't even imagine.
And then the kids are like arguing and
do they get bored?
Yeah, so much more screen time than normal because there's no like do it.
Right. I know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Try to be out there as much as possible. Luckily, we were in a pretty area and it was so much cooler there than it is here. But yeah.
Well, you're back.
We're back.
We're actually waiting to find out if Presley made the core team. That's like the competitive team.
I heard studio. All about it. So 2 of the families on Adam's soccer team, their daughters are at the same studio as Presley, and one of them's on core. So I got to learn all about core.
Yeah, we're excited. I'm so excited to find out if she makes it.
Well, really it sounds like you're fully committed.
I'm fully committed. I'm ready.
If your core's intense, our studio doesn't have stuff like that. It's
literally called Core the Intensive. Super intense. And then kind of a nice little segue. I've been watching on Netflix. It's called America's Sweethearts. It's about the Dallas.
This is
like not my usual.
Okay, but I thought this is where you were
Dallas cheerleading.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a docuseries on Netflix. And it's fascinating. I mean, obviously I'm into the song leading type dance stuff, almost like Laker girl type stuff. That's what I did in high school. I didn't really do much cheerleading, but I did more dance stuff. So it's interesting to watch. These girls are like cream of the crop. They're all so insanely good. And they go through the whole audition process. And they're making cuts as they go, and they've got the veteran squad, but none of those girls all have to try out again. Like, I can't even imagine. You get to be the Dallas, which it was never my aspiration, but whatever. But for them, it's like you get on the team, you're established, you get the uniform, and then you have to try out again. They have to have makeovers. They have like professional stylists. Are you watching it too?
I've watched the first episode, and it's pretty wild how there's no like being PC about it.
No.
They criticize their looks.
They criticize the shit out of those girls. Their bodies, their faces, their hair color. If they do too much mascara on the look. The women that run it have no issue. No, criticizing the shit out of these girls.
They really do. And they're like, oh, well, she needs a make. Like, they just.
Or like, she's 3 pounds overweight. I mean, it is cutthroat.
So why is it okay in that world
I was thinking, I was literally thinking this. I was thinking that. And then the fact that Netflix picked it up and they're like co-signing it just with the way everything is now.
well, it's
and
real. I mean,
it's part of the culture. It's
I'm
part
not-
of the Dallas Cowboys culture. It just is.
and I'm not saying I agree with criticizing women like that. However, it is kind of refreshing to not have to watch something so
Right?
PC all the time. Our culture has gone
agree.
so PC that
Nothing's even like creative anymore.
no, like comedy has
You
to
can't,
be.
there's no comedy because you can't say anything. Like nothing. Everything's an issue now.
I mean, we've even talked about certain things we might want to talk about on here. And we're like,
We
nope,
can't talk about it.
can't do it. So I don't agree with what they're saying, but I do appreciate the authenticity of it just being what it is.
Yes, and they're like staying within it's all that like it goes way, way, way back, like decades. The girls all wear the same costume. Everything's the same. So they're trying to preserve the traditions.
Mhm.
And and it's a super diverse squad. It's really cool. I shouldn't say
Mhm.
squad. I don't know what they call themselves. Team.
But they talk a lot about how poorly they're paid.
They're paid like a Chick-fil-A worker.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that is, maybe $20 an hour.
Well, with all
Yeah, you don't do it for the money. You do it for just like it's your
the
dream to
recognition.
do it.
They have
and-
other jobs.
yeah, they have other jobs, and it's just been so fascinating to watch. It's like my little guilty pleasure.
So no, that's what you want for Presley.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no, it's really interesting. So I watched actually a ton of those docuseries about the athletes like quarterback, which I
Oh,
could care less about football, but it was absolutely fascinating. We've done the NASCAR and the Formula One. I could care less about those sports. However, watching what happens in the life of the athlete and the mind
yeah.
of the athlete, like the mind's so important to their success.
Yep.
It's the golf one. Also, don't watch golf.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a golf one.
It's called Full Swing,
Oh,
but they're so fascinating to me to get that like behind the scenes.
I love anything behind the scenes.
Mhm. Yeah, learn how they all think. So yeah, the Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboy one
I love it. I'm into it.
cool.
So it's fun. Like waiting to see if Presley makes it on.
That's exciting.
Sure,
So you'll have
yeah.
to keep us updated.
Sure.
When do you find out?
Maybe this week, maybe next week. Soon.
What was the auditions like?
I think they had the girls do like a stretching across the floor that taught them a little routine, and then they performed it the next day. And then they would, say, okay, improv. And I think Presley did like her little back walkover. She kind of taught herself to do some little gymnastics. It's really cute.
She's really good.
She loves it. She wants to stretch, and she has a little workout routine. She does like her little abs and everything. It's really, really, she loves it. I'm not the driving force. I was. Oh, I bribed her. I mean, when she was 4, it was like every time we go to
she didn't want to
dance
go.
she didn't want to go. And I was like, just trust me, you're gonna love it. And she stuck with it, and she loves it now.
So cute.
Yeah.
She's such a little pipsqueak.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
So I keep hearing my dog scratch on the door to try to come in. And
The
I just want to
audacity.
say it's like the straw that broke the camel's back for me,
Mm-hmm.
because as soon as my kids are happy or busy or quiet, this dog is whining
Yep.
and wants attention.
I know.
And listen, if there are dog lovers out there that are just like, give it to her, power to you. But like, leave me alone.
I know our dogs are
Give me
exactly the same.
Give me space.
They're so
Please.
intrusive.
Oh my.
Our Pomeranian is the worst. Yeah, the kids will be like arguing, and then like my husband's playing music, and the kids are arguing, and then everything. I'll be like, all right, you guys, everybody out on the patio. Let's go out on the patio. You guys are gonna go play on the patio. They all go out on the patio. I lay down. My Pomeranian is just on my chest, staring at me like.
Okay, so does it put you over the edge? It's
Yes.
literally, I'm just like,
It's
Get
trigger
away.
stacking. It's just stacking of triggers, and then the dog is just. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, right now she's really putting me.
I don't even notice it.
Oh, good.
I did notice your cleaners. I could hear cleaning.
Kara.
I could hear vacuum, but that's okay.
Well, I encourage every other week.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Well,
it.
this
I
goes
need
into our
help.
next episode. how
Yeah.
being a working mom.
Mm.
It just, I don't know, to deep clean my entire house. When
I know.
And I know it's a luxury and a privilege to be able to have someone come in every other week.
For
but
sure. But you also work your butt off. So
we'll talk about it in the
that's
next
fair.
episode.
I want to hear about your appointment. The
Yeah.
boob
Let's talk about
appointment.
that. So I had a standard mammogram.
Should we give a quick little, just for anyone like maybe new that's listening, that I went through, I had stage 2 breast cancer last year. Just did all the things, the chemo and everything. And then you went and had your mammogram.
Yes. So ever since you went through that, hyper vigilant about everything. I have a full body check for my skin tomorrow, and we're doing all the things. But I had my standard mammogram, and now they have this new, I don't know, technology where you can pay $40 extra out of pocket, and the radiologist gets advanced technology to read your mammogram. So I did that.
Okay.
And then you and I had a conversation about, should I do the ultrasound too? And my doctor's like, you really don't need the ultrasound. And just said, why not? So I did it. However, again, another luxury, it was expensive.
Yeah.
It was $361 to do it. So, but I did it because
I'm glad.
kind of priceless if you need it.
Yeah.
And then I went away for the week. And on July 4th, when everything's closed, I got my results and called you
From the
immediately.
ultrasound.
Yes, the mammogram came back fine.
Right.
So for most people, you're just like, great, I'll see you in a year.
Yeah.
Right. But we did the ultrasound. I mean, like me and you.
Us together. Yes.
We did the ultrasound and it came back and it said probably benign.
Hypoechoic areas, fibrous, probably fibrous, blah, 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 probably benign.
Probably benign. And
I read the report.
I know.
In case anyone's wondering.
How
I know.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, she read the report. She can say the terminology better than me. I did look it up and mine are symmetrical, not irregular, which is good.
Right.
And I had a clean mammogram, but it says probably benign. It's also, what was it? Something 2?
Not grade 2. It wasn't grade 2.
It wasn't grade 2. It was something 2, which is better than a 3 or a 4 or a 5.
Right.
So a 1 is just like, you're good.
Right.
And a 2 is like, so it's a 0 to less than 2% chance that something could be wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So it's July 4th. I look into my like portal with my actual doctor on July 3rd. She sends me a message like, hey, this came back probably benign. Did you not do your mammogram? And immediately I'm frustrated because I'm like, I did do my mammogram. You and I talked about you writing the script for the ultrasound, and you should have the results of my mammogram. So I message her back, and then guess what? I don't hear anything because it's a holiday weekend. I'm nervous about this, rightfully so, because of everything I watched you go through. And then I called the office on Monday. She's on call, so she's not there. And then she finally writes back yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it had been that long.
It took that long. And she said, your mammogram was fine. You are good. Just go back in 6 months. But if you're more concerned, here's a breast specialist.
Okay.
So I know what you're going to tell me to do. So I'm going to call the breast specialist and go from there.
Yeah, I would, just to rule it out, just to rule stuff out. I obviously, because of what I went through, I'm very like aggressive. My perspective is very aggressive. Like, rush and get the biopsy. I'm not a physician. I'm not in the system. I don't know. I know there's always a risk of infection with biopsy, but like, shit.
No.
If they had done that the first time I went in and they saw the 3-centimeter mass, I would have been 6 months ahead of it. They didn't.
Do you think you would have had to do chemo and all that?
Yeah, probably. Probably, because it was 3 centimeters. The second time when they caught it, it was 3.8 centimeters. So within 6 months, it grew 0.8. And so at 3 centimeters, I mean, my tumor, the reason I had to do chemo was it was aggressive. My actual tumor had a high likelihood of recurrence.
What if I had just done the mammogram? Which most people do.
And it makes me think of that TikTok clip that you sent me where I don't know who
we watched
is.
I do.
Some couple. I don't know.
It's called Him and Her.
Him and Her.
And they had on a doctor. Listen, all we did was we watched the clip. We don't know who the doctor is. We don't know what she said afterwards.
Right.
But what they were essentially saying is the mammogram, the ultrasound, what else?
And just any type of imaging.
It's more harmful.
Yeah.
Or can bring on the cancer.
Right.
So they're opting out.
Yeah. Like she's saying clearly I don't even know if she's an MD. I don't know.
We honestly know nothing
We don't know
about her.
anything
We didn't
about her.
listen to the podcast.
We don't know the full context, but she is saying in it that she does not do colonoscopies for her. Like she doesn't get colonoscopies. She doesn't do mammograms. She says, I opt out. I have some patients who do ultrasound, and I haven't seen the whole thing, but I would not recommend to anyone to opt out of getting colonoscopies, mammogram. Like,
it's very irresponsible to show that clip, in my opinion.
yeah.
Because if someone's not going to listen to the podcast, I'm sure she said, do this instead. I hope she said, do this instead.
I hope.
So I hope there was some alternative that she offers, which probably not going to be covered by insurance. So again, really irresponsible.
You know what, truth be told, I want to watch the whole thing, but I doubt she mentions anything else because in there, she mentions the one thing that people do
thermology
in place of thermography.
Oh, okay.
And that's the one type of imaging that people do instead of mammogram, instead of ultrasound. So like, what else would she have to say? You just wait until it's stage 3. Like,
is that one covered by insurance?
I doubt it.
Okay. So you're basically saying to get good healthcare that's not going to cause you to be exposed to something that could cause cancer, you need to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
And what if someone just watches that one clip, opts out of everything? I don't know. I find it to be super irresponsible that that's the clip.
I agree.
The podcast that they showed.
I agree.
Because you're not getting the full story.
No, and I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't do a mammogram or
Could you imagine?
Neither would 3 other women I know right now.
Right.
Like, stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty mind-blowing. So I sent it to you right away. Just be like, what?
I sent it to my friend who just went through breast cancer behind me, and she was like, I'm a minute in, I'm fuming. I just threw my phone. Like, she was so mad. Yeah, it's really negligent.
Well, and
really
you know what?
stupid.
These are also people that haven't had breast cancer. So it's really easy to have an opinion on something when you haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that this is the same to breast cancer, but it's like people having opinions on parenting when you've never been a parent. You just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah.
But you just don't get it. I was meeting with a colleague yesterday, actually. He's a dentist and I'm a speech therapist. And we were talking about how we practiced one way when we talk to families. And then once we became parents, it completely shifts the expectations and knowing what you can do with your child. And you just approach everything differently. So unless you've lived through something, some things you can never fully.
And it's like people weigh in on all types of shit all the time. Like even politics and stuff. It's like, you don't know what's happening. Like no one knows what's happening. I don't care what side you're on. None of us know what's happening.
I feel like right now there's not even sides. There's just, what a shit show. What a shit show.
A collective sentiment. What a shit show.
Oh my God. You're like, this is it? This is what we're working with? Okay.
Oh, but I had a weird nipple thing happen.
Tell me.
Okay. So a sign of breast cancer, a symptom of breast cancer is an inverted nipple. Okay. Like a nipple that's turned inward.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have that, but I had the double mastectomy and I feel like I did the nipple sparing. My doctor, Dr. Memsick, shout out. She's amazing. She did the nipple sparing. So I was able to keep my nipples, but I noticed recently that the one on the right, it almost has like a divot or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been getting the Signatera blood tests that are telling me that I don't have any microscopic cancer in my body. I've had multiple and they're all negative, which is wonderful. Thank God. But anyway, so I noticed that my nipples, like, it's almost like collapsing or something. So all of a sudden last night, even though it's been this way for like a month, I'm like freaking out. Even though I've had the negative Signatera, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's an inverted nipple. So I text my doctor and she and I had a conversation about it. I sent her videos and pictures and everything. And she reassured me that it wasn't that. She's like, no, it's shy. It's a shy nipple, but it's not inverted. And I think it's because you got to do some coaxing because I wear like tight, compressive. I don't even know if compressive is a word, but I wear really tight like sports bras and stuff just to keep them because I'm scared they're going to sag because I don't have any breast tissue. So anyway, but
wouldn't that mean they would sag less?
Skin, just like an implant in skin versus having like tissue around it.
Tissue's what's heavy, no? And gravity comes in.
I don't know. I feel like the implant. I don't know. I feel like
I have breast tissue and an implant, and I
where
feel
your
like
boobs at?
Not where I want them to be.
Dude, your boobs are great.
Oh, I can't walk around without like a supportive bra.
I mean, you
or-
could, you just.
No, I couldn't.
Can you like hold things under them, like pencils and stuff?
Let's try when we're done.
Okay. So yeah, anyway, I don't have any issue with that, but it kind of sent me into like that spiral of like,
I'm sure
oh my
it's
gosh.
so easy to get there.
And then I saw the video that I sent you girls in our thread of it's like
Yeah.
it was today, the 10th, a year ago, of like this weird flare up of something I had on the chemo. And oh my gosh, it was like, no.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You sent me that video. I saw your picture and I couldn't hit play. I just
Oh, really?
couldn't. Too triggering.
Oh, I'm like happy in it. I'm like looking at the hives. I have hives all over. And I'm like, oh, looking at my hive.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just such a sad
know.
time
It's
that
weird.
it just brought me back. And I saw the picture of you and I was just so grateful you are where you are now. And I did not hit play, but I will if you want me to.
No, you don't need to.
Okay. Do you want to talk about something less serious for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about my nail salon situation.
Gosh.
Okay.
Yes. Let's talk about your nail salon experience.
I'm going to coin a term like nail rage.
You do have nail rage. You do.
So
That's
if
fair.
if I walk out of the nail salon and the color isn't what I wanted, I can't think about anything else.
I'm just noticing
I
that your
changed it.
nails are yellow. They're like a slightly different hue than the last yellow you just had. Did you go back and have them? Okay, this is part of the story.
Oh, I get obsessed. Literally, I'm in the worst mood. My family deals with me in a bad mood. It's like an internal rage. I don't know why, but I just feel like I've committed to this for 3 to 4 weeks. I can't look. I get so mad. And I went in, I never have done a yellow nail. And I thought, I'm going to be so bold. I'm going to do a yellow nail.
It's edgy.
Yeah, right? Like the cool kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in. I chose the color. She told me to pick a different color and I wanted more of like a neon. Well, I didn't pick neon. I picked banana. So I walk out of the salon. Immediately, I'm just like, fuck. It's going to go. This is not going to go well for myself. I come home. I show it to my husband. Of course, he's just like, I don't want to deal with this. He goes, if you don't like it, go back.
Oh my gosh. He's probably terrified when you come home from the nail salon.
He's just like, here we go. Usually I'm happy, but there's been a few times where, and you guys hear it, I'm like texting you, but he's like, just go back. Cause we were leaving town. I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm not paying for it again. Is it really that bad? I'm sending pictures to my sister. I've sent pictures to you guys. I'm so upset about it. I was like, I can deal with this. Like, Jessie, what a stupid thing to be mad about. Get over yourself. And my son walks in and goes, I don't like that color as much as your other colors.
Oh.
Like kindly, but just like, Mom,
Yeah.
what color did you get? Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that one as much. And I just can't stop staring at them. And Kara, this is why I didn't want to go back. I was so nervous that they were going to laugh at me.
Have they laughed at you before?
No, what she has said to me before is you take so long to make a decision. It's so hard for you
do.
since birth.
Like when you're ordering food at a restaurant. Yeah.
No, Kara, that is not true. That one is not true. But
whatever. Yeah, it is.
It's really not. Really? I don't think so.
Okay, anyway.
Anyways, maybe sometimes. Not really. But I was so nervous to go back because you know what I've decided? When I grow up, I want to have the self-confidence of one of the women that work in the nail salon.
100%.
They are so damn confident.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit what they say.
No, they don't care.
They own it. I'm like, how can I get some of that in me?
Yeah.
I'm so nervous to go back, but Kara, I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. So I go back. She was actually very kind. She's like, I told you not to. We made an agreement that from now on, I'm going to show her a picture and she's going to just pick the color.
I like this.
And she fixed my nails and now they're the yellow she told me to do. And thank God, because I would be dying if they were still banana yellow.
That's a very good yellow for your skin. The banana yellow was not a good choice.
But why didn't you just say that? I'm
about to tell you that after you just got your nails done.
No, I don't reach out to you to make me feel better. I reach out to you for honesty. You're not going to be honest. You're not going to be the one getting contacted.
Truth be told, I didn't hate the color that you had before, but seeing that, it's like, oh, Yeah, that's way better.
But anyways, thank you.
The banana was kind of aggressive.
It was wrong on every level.
Yeah.
My point is the culture in a nail salon. Like I heard a woman next to me going, "Oh, you think I should do chrome?" And the lady was like, "Yeah, you should do chrome." And she goes, "Okay, like I'm gonna do what you like tell me to do." Like all of us walk in there and it's like we have no confidence.
Yeah.
They run the show. And it's just I don't know why, but it's true. One of the ladies checks me out a few weeks ago and I bought a gift certificate for my daughter's birthday, so it was more money and I'm paying in cash. And she goes, "Your tip." And I said, I tipped you. I tipped you, Lisa. She goes, "No, you didn't." And I said, "No, I put it all down there." But she's just like coming at me that I didn't tip her.
Yeah, like shaming, ridiculing, but it's so funny
Or
because I
just
feel it
expect,
too.
like, tell me, like, not like
but there is this sense of you walk, it's this weird phenomenon. You walk into the nail salon and it's almost like you're stripped of all your like confidence and like assertiveness and all of that. And I turn into like people pleaser, scared. I want to be approved of and like recognized and seen by them almost. Like I want to like be on their good side because I'm scared.
But why is that? Same here.
Because it's this collective energy that they have where it's like they have zero fucks to give and they let everybody know it.
And they're talking in a language that you don't understand.
You don't know if they're talking about you. Maybe they are, maybe
But
they're not.
why do we care? But we do.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't.
I do. And no, I don't care if they're talking about me, but I care.
Don't you have days where you walk in and you're just like, I also have no F's to give? Or
I love when those days come,
I
but
know.
I can't create them. They come on their own and they leave on their own.
They're dependent on like so many variables.
Like just, yeah.
Yeah.
The people in this world that don't have fucks to give are the people I envy most in life. So I've decided my goal is
here and now
is to have the confidence of the women that work in nail salons.
At least you have like an image of like what you're striving towards. Do you know what I mean? It's very it's concrete and tangible. You know where you're going. You know where you're headed.
She said to my daughter when I took Sydney in, Sydney made a choice. She picked a color, owned it. And she looked at Sydney and she goes, "You can make a choice faster than your mom. You will be so much more successful than your dad."
Oh my gosh.
I know. And she didn't mean any harm by it.
And she's probably
right. Yeah, she is. But again,
oh my gosh.
Just say what you want. Anyways.
Trust your gut when it comes to nail colors too. Right?
No.
Oh no, don't trust your gut.
You know what? But sometimes
defer to the nail techs.
Or yeah, I just messed up. It was my fault. But anyways, I sucked it up. I went back. She was very sweet. She barely charged me.
Oh.
She was very kind. It was a way better experience than I was expecting.
Good, you had a corrective experience.
I thought she was going to say, "I told you, you're bad, nah, 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 nah." But we've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think
glad you guys are working it out.
I felt seen. She was nice. Okay.
Well, that's been our week in a nutshell. Or wait, do we have more?
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, wait.
What?
Can we just talk about the summer schedule? Because I know there's other people out there that are dealing with this.
Yeah.
It's such a shit show.
I know. The camps, the cost of the camps, the sessions, the
schedule changes every single week.
Yeah.
If that doesn't make you lose your mind, I don't know what does. Everything you have in their life, you can't make it. You can't do this. The camp. Who decides the camp ends at 2?
So it's like not 12 and it's not 3.
Starts at 9. Adam's at a camp right now that starts at 11.
What?
Yeah. I drop him at a friend's house because 11.
Like not even 12. It's not even the second half of the day.
No. 11 to, it said 3. He calls us yesterday at 2:40. It's over.
I mean, can't end early. Camp should not be ending early.
Who's ending camps at 2 or 3? Are parents just not supposed to work over summer? Or the jobs have to like accommodate this new schedule?
It's so funny because towards the end of the school year, all the staff, everybody, everyone's like, "Are you ready?" Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to the end of the year. And I'm literally like, am I the only one that is dreading the fact that the kids are going to be out of school?
No, every other working mom is dreading it.
It's like, what do I do with my kids?
Yeah. So the staff gets a little bit of a summer break.
Oh, they all get this. Yeah, they all get this.
Moms that don't work are home and they're not paying for camp every single. This summer is a fortune. Camps have gone up in price.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's a shit show. I wish I loved summer. I
I
don't.
know.
We're chickens with our head cut off,
I
figuring
know.
out who's taking who where, who's picking up who, the cost of it all.
Yeah, it's not like this idyllic summer days
Mm.
where you like go to the beach and hang out all day with your kid. Not if you're working.
No, but then some of my kids do have moms that can do that. And they're like,
Right.
why does so-and-so get to go to the beach? And
Right.
then you just feel guilty.
Yep.
One of my kids this morning just was begging not to go to camp. And you're like, you got to go, buddy, because I'm going to be working.
Yep.
Yeah, anyways,
And that segues into our next episode, actually.
it sure
Working
does.
mom.
Okay, that's my
Shit.
week.
That's our week.
All
Thanks for
right.
listening, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
And we know you do.
be sure to like, subscribe,
And write us a review.
that rhymes.